And now it's time for Midwest in the Morning. And here's your host, Chip Sunshine and Nancy Biscuit.
Hey! Good morning, everybody!
Good morning!
Good morning. You are watching Midwest in Morning. I'm your host, Chip Sunrise, along with Nancy Biscuit here.
Hi.
And just to start out, I want you to know, we know there's a typo in that Midwest in Morning. We're going to remove the U. It's more like morning, not like morning. Anyway.
That's right, Chip. Hey, you know what I love? Springtime.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you guys love springtime?
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and I just heard the birds chirping outside my window. It's so delightful.
Oh, was it like chirp, 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 broop, broop, broop?
No, it's more like a whoop, 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 bloop, 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 bloop. You know that one?
That sounds like a Rochester warbler, isn't that right, Gordman? Gordman, isn't that right? He doesn't want to talk.
No.
It's just like him.
He's shy.
Oh, let's see. What are we going to get to here?
You know what? That could have been one of those, Chip, but we have a lot to get to today. You know, well, let's see. We're going to hear about spring fashions from a man named Buttons.
Huh.
And then we're going to hear from a social media expert. I need one of those.
Oh, looks like here we're gonna hear about the latest tech that you need, and we'll have an interview with Terry Bloodworth of Springfield Hot Glass.
Wow!
How about that?
I love
but
it.
first, we're gonna see how things are looking in the weather department indoors with our indoor weatherman, Ted Keller. Ted.
As you might guess, is a little easier to forecast. It does have its challenges, you know, like for instance, when I lined these 72s up, I had to get them just right, you know, all across the board. And you might think there's an error, but of course it's indoors. But being indoors and being underneath the lights, you know, and I've always wanted to do this, it's hot. You know, isn't it a little warm in here, I think, maybe? I think it is. So I always just kind of wanted to, you know, do this a little bit. You think that would be good? As a matter of fact, I just think,
Oh,
you know,
my.
I just don't think I need this anymore. You know, I'm just cutting loose. You know, I mean, it's indoor weather for heaven's sakes.
Oh,
so
right.
does anybody really care? Everybody's getting their weather on their smartphones anyway. So.
All right, there he is. That's enough, Ted.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
enough.
72. Yo.
That's
Oh, my.
enough. Wow, he's
Back to
taking
you.
all his clothes off.
Ted's a saucy one this morning.
Keller, what happened to
I
him?
tell you what, 72 degrees, I'm going to wear slacks and a blouse tomorrow.
I should say so.
Yeah. That's it.
Hey, there's a lot of news. There goes Ted. There's a lot of news out there, and here's some of it. Hey, a meteorologist in Pennsylvania recently decided he's going to run for Senate. He changed his name to meteorologist Drew Anderson. I'd like to give that forecast a 10% chance of winning because of the stupid name. I'm Chip Sunrise.
That's funny. And I'm Nancy Biscuit. And hey, speaking of TV, Chip, did you see this where last week Will Smith brought the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song back on Jimmy Fallon? It was real fun.
I did see that.
I don't really care for those late night talk shows, but I do like a good throwback, because you know what? It reminds all you 90s kids of a time when you didn't have student loans. And yeah. And Donald Trump was just an extra on Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Hey, speaking of other states, a man in Florida was recently reunited with his cat that had been missing for 14 years. Now, the man was emotional at the reunion, calling it too crazy to believe. Said the cat, they're jerks. They're jerks.
And finally, speaking of animals, oh, Chip, did you read about this? So a Springfield man stole a parrot from a pet store and then gave it to his drug dealer, AKA his dope guy. You know what the parrot said? Probably want a crackhead.
Oh!
Woo! Drugs are bad.
That's an actual true story. Okay. Now, moving on from the news you get on TV to the news you get on your smartphone, let's check in with our social media expert, Doris Bywater. Doris, what's going on in social media?
Okay, let's see what's happening on the pound symbol. Okay, just need to log in. Oh, caps lock. Come on, Doris. Just need to... Bill?
All right, there she is, Doris Bywater, our social media expert. She doesn't know what she's doing.
Wasn't she just a hoot? You know what? She lacks in being good at her job. She makes up of being old at her job.
Hey, you know what I love to do sometimes? You can communicate on social media, but also you can just send the old-fashioned way, paper. Yeah. You know, I love sending postcards. Sometimes I send them to my probation officer. So we want to check in with our postcards from viewers. Postcards from viewers. Postcards from viewers, yeah.
Postcards from viewers.
Postcards from viewers, yeah. Anyway, Gordon, what do you got for us?
All right. Hey, it looks like this is just from a viewer. Chip and Nancy, are you guys married or dating? Just coworkers or brothers and sisters? Or what? We can't tell.
Yes. All right, let's check in. We need to check in with what the latest apps are.
I love a good app. I like a spinach artichoke dip.
I want to say, what's happening? But it's important to always stay up on the trends.
Yes.
I have all kinds of different apps on my jitterbug, and I love apps. So we want to check in with our tech expert, Damien Gondor. Damien, what's the latest in apps?
The new app is Put Your Phone Down. Go to a dinner party. Talk to someone in real life. Bye.
Hey, you know what, Chip? I went to a dinner party once.
Oh, yes.
I did. That's it. There's no story.
Okay, let's go to our correspondent in the field. This part is actually real. We're real. This is like real. So we have a sponsor, ESC Consulting, and they give us money to give away. So we used our correspondent in the field, Jeff Houghton, to give some away. And this is real people.
Let's check it out.
ESC Consulting engineers gave us money to give away. So we thought, who's more deserving than people who adopt children in need? So we decided to give it away to one of those moms. I'm here with Karen. Karen, you've adopted children, right?
Yes, sir.
And what, I've always admired it. What motivates you to do that?
I love children and wanted to have some in my life, and there's a lot of children out there in need.
We did this a little bit under false pretenses, and we were gifted with some money to give out, and you were suggested to us, and we want to give you $1,000, just as a gift to say, what you're doing is awesome.
I don't know what to say. That's amazing. Thank you. Well, we're wanting to add a bedroom into our house, so we might use it to help help build more bedrooms so the kids don't have to share a room.
That's actually really nice.
Genuinely nice.
In real life, that's actually nice. I tell you what, boy, that correspondent was handsome.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't look all that well.
No, he's handsome. I'll tell you that.
Maybe just not for me. Some people like that sickly, like wah
Okay,
look,
yeah, no,
but,
he's for everyone. He's for everyone. It's fine. So he's handsome.
Sure.
Okay, so we also want to check in and see what are the spring fashions. You know, there's all kinds of new fashions.
Yeah.
We got slacks,
blouses,
scarves, blouses, button-down shirts.
Yeah.
Did somebody say buttons? There's buttons!
Okay.
Buttons!
Yeah, we sure did. We said buttons. Wow, well, welcome, Buttons. And let's go ahead and just get our first model on out here. This is Kathleen, and she is wearing a whole lot of denim.
So you'll notice that Kathleen, she's wearing this denim figure of things, but what you'll really notice is that it's just not flapping all around like things do when you just wear them. There's a culprit that's just strategically placed right down. It doesn't matter how they go. They're just as long as they're on there. That's pretty good. So you go in and you're good.
Well, there was the first one.
Yeah, buttons. We wanted to kind of talk more about denim and what they're wearing.
Like
you
the
focused
trims.
a lot on the buttons specifically. Well, we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and bring out our next model. Let's see. Her name is Tara Ann, and she's wearing some fun spring colors that go from day to night with just a light scarf. It's like 2 outfits in one.
Oh yeah, it's totally 2 outfits in one. But you'll notice the one weird thing is that she does have a few buttons on here, but this dang thing is just covering it all up. So we're just gonna move it behind there, like so. Come here, you're too far. Here you go, there we go. And then we're just gonna take this and we're just gonna kind of put those all in there. Maybe in some in the hairs. What are your pocket Yeah, let's just fill these pockets up with, we're gonna fill these pockets up with buttons, okay? All right, you're good. You forgot a button.
All right. That one was once again only about buttons.
A little bit.
All
You
right.
know, we got one more chance.
One
Let's
more.
bring out our next model. Ooh, this one is Deborah, and she is dressed for a night on the town with one of those tricky cool.
Father Christmas, what is you wearing? A zipper? Take that blasphemous zipper off of you and show me what is underneath that. What do we have? It looks like buttons. So if you're going out on a night in the town, you could just forget about this black hoo-ha. It is nothing, you don't need it. So you just go ahead and you take that. Here's some buttons for the bus ride home and you get zippers? Zippers? Who's doing zippers these
All right,
days?
that's buttons. We'll be back with Terry Bloodworth.
Oh my. Look after that.
That comedy bit brought to you by Bush, Ramlow & Shore, CPAs. Set design and construction brought to you by Elamoose, Digital Quill Studio, and Skinny Theatrical Design and Fabrication.
Guest booking provided by Gig Salad.
Additional sponsorship provided by Big Whiskey, the official American restaurant and bar of the Mystery Hour.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Here we are. We got a great guest here, but we also have a great guest sponsor. History Museum on the Square. It'll block your face. That's their actual slogan. All right. Hey, we have a great guest, and he is real. And he is Terry Bloodworth, and he has Springfield Hot Glass, and he does amazing, amazing work. So we've got, first, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
I know it's so early in the morning to have you come out. I know. We appreciate it.
All right, so you do incredible work. You're just downtown here, right?
Yeah. Down on Campbell Street.
Yeah. And how long you been doing it?
I have been doing, well, I just started my 41st year.
Wow.
Wow. That's great. And so we have some work here. We're kind of going to go through, and you can kind of tell us about it and tell us the work you do. We're going to start on this side.
Okay.
And so this one's not quite as decorative. Can we get a shot of this one?
Yeah.
Right here. There it is.
Simple. Yeah.
It's kind of simple. Tell us about this one.
Okay, that was actually the first piece of glass I ever blew.
Is that right?
And there's,
you still have it?
Yeah, I'm a member of the Glass Arts Society. The Glass Arts Society, and there's about 3,000 members worldwide. We have a tradition. The first piece of glass you ever make, you are required to set back in a closet somewhere.
Yeah.
For 40 years. And then if you live to be as old as I am and blow glass for 40 years, then they take the original piece of glass that you started off with, and they take it to Corning, New York, to the Glass Museum at Corning, and they put it there for it's a permanent installation. It's like a chance at immortality. Yeah.
You're taking it there soon.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm taking it tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, okay, that's awesome.
Okay.
So then, obviously, from your first one, you've gotten better.
Yeah, well,
More elaborate. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, you do a wide range of things, and I've taught my son, and a lot of the work is his. He does a lot of this Italian-style work. He spent 3 years in Europe learning how to do this. This is so-called cane work.
How do you get the? From a glass? How do you get all these colors and shapes in it?
You get a special kind of glass called frit, and it's made in Europe, and it has intense amounts of color in it. And what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of this frit and we'll literally stretch it out about 20 feet long, break it up into the lengths we need, lay it out in the patterns we want, and then we'll roll liquid glass across it and pick those guys up, and it turns into, as you blow it out, it turns into a bowl in this case, or vases in this case, and these are all takes on the 500-600-year-old Italian techniques, invented in Venice.
I feel like we maybe should have had you on. We should. This is a goofy episode. You're real. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Hey, what is the name for this one? That's an interesting shape.
It's simply a vessel shape.
Vessel.
It's a vessel shape, but what it's called is actually altered axis, because it has two matching sides like that, which very difficult to do. It requires literally about 3 days of work in order to make that. Now this one, you notice, has a vertical axis, altered axis, and it gives you a completely different look to the work.
And I've been there and I've seen you doing what you do, and you can go in and you have like your storefront part, and then you can just kind of see you guys working there.
You're about 6 feet away from where the work is. You can, when we open the door of the furnace, you can feel the heat come off the furnace.
And how hot is that furnace?
2,100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh, wonder what Ted Keller would think about that.
Ted Keller wouldn't know what to do with that. Okay, so I'm interested in how you do like the really intricate stuff.
Like this chicken.
Okay, we go kind of from the sublime to the ridiculous on something like this. I started off with a ball of liquid glass, 2,000 degree glass. I rolled it in powdered white glass, and then I rolled it in chips of multiple color glass, and then I coated the whole thing with crystal, well, you can see there, and then I took some simple tools and I just started pulling and dragging out things, anything that didn't look like a chicken. I didn't have anything to do with it. And then I have my partner bring me hot glass for the wattles, for the beak, and also for the comb, and you shape those up, and you've got to move very fast. You got to make the whole thing in about 15 minutes.
Wow. I mean, if you look at that, and you look at all the intricacy there, and all the colors there, and then you move down to this one.
Oh my goodness.
Jeff Houghton is sorry.
Jeff Houghton is a f***ing moron. That's my whole career.
I don't know what to do.
The city manager didn't even want me to come here.
So we'll go? Okay.
I don't care where you go.
We'll be back.
Yeah, come here, let's get you a glass.
Ted Keller, do the weather or something.
Oh!
Guest travel and accommodations provided by Hotel Vanderbilt.
Systematic Savings Bank, official bank of the Mystery Hour. Tonight's musical guest brought to you by Bear Village.
Papo's Pizzeria and Pub, official pizza joint of the Mystery Hour.
Hi! Okay, here we are. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, it's the morning, and there's one way to kick off the morning, and that is to have some music. And we have our spring concert series. Woo! Yes, we do. Everyone loves it. Out in the alley, we have a great band. This is their record. They are the Ben Miller Band.
I sat with my father watching Seven Samurai, and good old Kikuchiyo had us laughing all the time. A television flickered, there were pictures in our eyes, sitting on a sofa watching Seven Samurai. Seven Samurai, Seven Samurai, Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey! Oh, Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey! Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 oh. The sun is casting shadows on and light making it dark. It's through these little changes that we tell these things apart. But something we'll remember long when trouble should have come. That sometimes evil's needed for a good thing to be done. Ah, oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 Kim Kurosawa. Oh, 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 oh.
That was awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Good job.
Thank you very much, brother.
The Ben Miller Band. Wow. Hey, everybody. That's our show. 10% of our box office proceeds goes to Care to Learn. Good morning. Good morning.
Big Whiskey is the official caterer of the Mystery Hour.